What is up, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in once again for another episode of Woke as Fuck. It is your host, Maximilian Webster, and I just want to thank you so much for being here today. So, birthing your dreams into reality. I'm so excited to talk about this topic today because when it comes to bringing your dreams into reality and seeing what you want manifest in the world, there are a lot of variables that I feel like need to be taken into consideration when you're trying to design your dream lifestyle. So, my intention today is just to share my story of how I've been able to tap into my authentic truth and really get a deeper sense of what my needs are and what my desires are and what my will is and how that lines up with the will of the divine. So, first of all, it's really interesting that I'm in the career path that I'm in right now. I honestly never saw myself being a full time spiritual life coach and an intuitive guide at the age of 25. And, looking back, starting this journey at the age of 21, 22, I really didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but throughout the whole process, I know that following my heart and really paying attention to my inner nudgings and my inner feelings along the way really helps with navigating the process. So, a little bit about myself. I kind of had a spiritual awakening in the year of 2012, but it wasn't until 2014, 2015 that I tapped into my full potential as a light worker. I was then starting a mystery school on the big island of Hawaii, the RMA Mystery School. It stands for Rejuvenation, Manifestation, and Ascension. And it was really cool because I was able to kind of become part of this little family, this little mastermind, this little circle of other people who are on the spiritual path and were trying to navigate the life experience and learning how to manifest and really I keep saying really, sorry. But the common thing with us was we all wanted better in our lives and for to be able to show up, you know fully in our lives and bring what we saw in our minds and our hearts into reality. So I'm really grateful for this group, and I actually just started phase 3 with that program, and actually I'm gonna be teaching in one of those phases coming up soon. So it's funny just to look back and see where you started and where you are now, and realizing that the gap can really, it's really up to you and how you decide how quickly or how slowly you're ready to tap into your truth and your potential. So after I did my vibrational healing program with that, and I got trained in Reiki, and at the time I was in the education system in Hawaii. I was a floating substitute for a while. Then eventually I became a full-time educational assistant, and I love to teach. I love kids. I was able to move more into the special education field, working in classrooms where, fully self-contained, and, helping kids after school with a respite. So I really had a sweet heart, and I always wanted to help other people and be able to provide value to my community. And as time went on, I knew that I eventually wanted to become a full-time entrepreneur, but I don't discount and I don't regret and I don't look back at my experiences in the corporate world or in the education system with shame or anything. I love my experience, and I love all the connections that I've had through various jobs. I've had so many jobs along the way, but I mean, I'm speaking to you, the person listening to this, that's thinking, how is it that you're able to, have a business online nowadays, and there's just so much out there, and there's so much, you're probably thinking there's competition, or there's something holding you back from taking that leap into the direction of your dreams, because you're seeing everything around you and everything is confirming to you that you're not seeing the results that you want. You have this vision, this larger than life vision, and you just don't know how to get to that next step. So my advice to you, the person listening who feels like they're ready to bring this vision into the world, and they're ready to use their gifts and their abilities in a larger way and to reach more people, I invite you to be open to the parts of yourself that are showing you discomfort, or showing you the parts of your being that are not in alignment with this vision that you're trying to bring into the world. And this is really important. This ties into a lot of the work that I do with my clients, and it's really looking at a subconscious level at where you're bringing these self-limiting beliefs to the table, where you're bringing this ancestral wounds, or maybe even past life connections, and what's actually stopping you from making your dreams a reality. So the first step in what you would want to do is gain clarity as to who you are and what it is you are here to do. I mean, you don't have to know your life purpose, you don't have to know all the answers starting out, but it's important to take time every day to breathe and connect with your inner self. And as you do this and you start to live more authentically and learn how to have boundaries and start taking care of your health and exercising, you start to, I mean, it looks different for everyone in terms of self care and what's best for you. And definitely it depends on your, you know, ability level. But finding what works for you to raise your vibration and to become more in alignment with your divine essence. There is this part of all of us that's always calling out to us. It's like our soul is whispering to us and giving us these visions and ideas to inspire and uplift us. So if you're stuck in a job right now and you know that this isn't what you want to do for the rest of your life, don't fret. Just see that every opportunity in your life now, and everything that you're going through is actually teaching you exactly what you need to know, and showing you how you learn and how you interact and how you are open to receiving. And it's really interesting because I always had the mentality growing up and with the beginning parts of my business that I felt the need to be paid very little for what I do. As a teacher, they don't get paid enough. And in some other countries, teachers are, highly revered and they get paid really well, but not in the United States. So that was a contributing factor for my eventual departure from that field. But I just was like that wounded healer who just really wanted to provide value to my community and do what I love. And I love teaching and I love kids, but at this point in my life, I feel called to teach on a different level, on a not a higher level, but just a different level, a different caliber, a different degree. And there might be these archetypes within you. You might be a teacher, a healer, a coach, a guide, and it's up to you to use your discernment to figure out what is going to be your best method of delivery for your message and your purpose and your vision. So if you are a little bit more introverted and maybe you don't like meeting up with people in person, and you're a Reiki healer, you provide distance healings. You could do a blog. You could do all kinds of things that put you in a position where you are gaining that authority within yourself and you're expressing that authority in the world and letting people know that you and your message matter. You are valued. You are a unique contribution to this world. And my mission is to help people like you to be able to tap into their potential, tap into their purpose, and gain clarity as to what it is their divine expression wants to manifest. I mean, how this divine expression would like to manifest in your reality. So after you're getting this clarity of who you are and what it is you offer, you can start to, like I said, tune into the delivery method, your vehicle. So setting up what I like to call the sacred container for your offering. So whether that's getting a studio space or starting a online business and setting up your website, actually allowing yourself to, one, tap into those parts of yourself that are not ready to grow, but two, setting up the structures that are going to allow you to bring these visions into reality. It's not all going to happen overnight, but as you go about the process, as you tap into yourself and as you get clear and clarity, and you continue to show up in your life and in the lives of others, the universe has no other way to respond other than to give you more than of what you're focusing on. So when you're tapping into your heart and your love and your passion and your the zest for life and honoring the moments when you're feeling down and unmotivated or not feeling like you're enough, and sitting with those parts of yourself and allowing yourself to ask for help and sit yourself down and be willing to look at your own bullshit and look at how much you're actually willing to receive. So after you are clear about what you want, you're setting up the structures, you're being consistent with the value that you provide, that's when you're going to start seeing some results and bringing your dreams into reality. This doesn't have to apply to being an entrepreneur. If you are someone that is like requires more structure and in a traditional job setting, I have nothing against you, of course. It's more like you can learn to infuse more love into your work, and as opposed to waking up with low energy and you know dreading the fact that you go to work, and if you're at this place. But you can really start to change your mindset at how you view your work, like maybe being grateful that you have a job, or maybe grateful for the growth that you're experiencing, or the team of people that you work with, or the opportunities, or the location, or the hours. And you're honoring your ability to be the authority when it comes to, if you want to stay at a job, if you are feeling it's time to leave a job, honoring that and actually making those moves and not getting stuck in fear of what if, or how are my needs going to be provided for. Because I feel like once you start tapping into what it is you want and what it is you need and asking for that and listening to your guidance and following through consistently and taking steps in a positive direction, like I said, life has no other choice but to give you more of what you're giving it. So I feel like that was my little rant for today, and I just wanted to upload another episode. And I'm really feeling inspired to help soul-centered entrepreneurs clear their energetic blocks to abundance on the deepest levels, and to help people show up in the world with integrity and make conscious connections to find their soul tribe and find that network of people that can support you, whether it be online connections or through workshops or retreats, or finding things in your area like on Meetup where you can find your tribe. I feel like it's so important now in today's age to start utilizing the energy, the combined energy of your soul group and your friends and your tribe. And oh, it's just an awesome feeling that I wish everyone could experience. So that'll be it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for checking this out. Until next time, I will see you. Have a beautiful one. And let's create a world where we don't have to heal from trauma. Let's create a future generation where we're passing down our knowledge of our divinity, and we're leaving this planet in a better place than how we got it. Much love, you all. Once again, my name is Maximilian Webster, and I will see you all next time for another episode of Woke as Fuck. Peace.